Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Thank you today, and today we're doing well, boys and girls. I'm glad you asked, because today we're back on World Tanks Concert, that's right. And we're doing on World Tanks Concert or tank. Well, again, I'm glad you asked, because today we're doing a tank review of the Panzer IV Hydrostat, or aka, as I call it, Hydra. This is a pretty nice tank. It's a tier 5 medium, German tier 5 premium medium tank. Yeah, and this thing does get provincial matchmaking, so the worst matchup you're going to see is tier 6. So, yeah, that's the big thing to know about this. And I've already said it probably like in two of my types of videos, in the Type 59 and the 112 video, where I went over about a little bit about the provincial matchmaking. What it means is just that you're not going to see two tiers higher than you are. You're only going to see one tier higher than what you are. So, with that done and over with, let's get over with the stats of this beautiful tier 5 German premium medium tank. And yes, this was the last season tank, but eh, I'm still pretty glad that I'm going to be getting this tank review done. So that way, maybe if you want to keep this machine, if you have it still in your garage, or maybe if like you want it, but you didn't know if you want to get it from last season, or something like that. But let's get over with some of these stats of this vehicle. So, with your standard pen of your standard ammunition is 110, premium ammunition is 158, and HE is 38. Damage is 110 for both your standard and premium rounds, and 175 for HE. Um, Hit points is 820, so not the best, but due because of that preventive matchmaking, yeah, it kind of helps you out a little bit. Max speed is 50 miles per hour, view range is 350, and concealment is 343. So, not bad with those types of robot stats. And of course, you get a 7.5 centimeter gun, where it fires 17.23, accuracy 100 meters, 0.35, and you get AP, APCR, HE, and can carry up to 87 rounds. Equipment I put on this tank, I always put advanced loader. As long as if it's not auto loader, this is what I always put in my tank. Now, you can switch this out for anything else you want, but I think advanced loader will really help out for the reload time of any type of gun. Reload time is 10% more, so you get 10% or 10% less. But still, it helps out with the reload, where you're really firing pretty quickly. Then I also put advanced armor. Damage from enemy weapons is 5% less, which is really good, especially for the more higher tiers. But even for this tier, it's still pretty good. Due because when you're seeing vehicles like KV2s, remind you, KV2s are tier 6s, which can do about, I believe, 700 or so damage to anything with the HE shell, as long as the HE shell does penetrates, but then it still can do a lot of damage with its AP rounds as well. So, yeah, against KV2s, a worry would be very good. Then I put advanced gun line drive, showing speed is 12% more. So, yeah. But anything else but I'd rather take off. Well, I probably put in improved ventilations, crew performance is 5% more. Maybe just maybe advanced powertrain, max speed 5% more, and horsepower is 5% more. Otherwise, I don't think you really want to build this thing as a stealthy type of vehicle. I mean, the armor's not the best, but honestly, it's a Panzer IV. What do you expect and stuff like that? So yeah, but that is the armor or the equipment. Consumables, I put a premium repair kit, a premium med kit, and a premium fuel booster, which max speed, and well, English 5% max speed in 10% turn rotation speed, and when it's active, that was the passive. When it's active, it's 10% horsepower. So yeah, I believe it has other boosts too without showing us. But the ammunition I carry is about 77 rounds of AP, 5 rounds of APCR, and 5 rounds of HE. And then let's go to the commander. My commander, I have rapid loading, 10% increase to gun reload speed, which again, I put this on every commander I have. It doesn't matter what. Tank destroyer, heavy tank, medium tank, light tank. This right here, you can actually put it on a commander, even if your gun is or your tank is an autoloader. You can still have this on your commander, which will help increase your reload, especially for those autoloaders. Next, I have Deadeye, which is 6% increase to chance of damage enemy crew in modules with AP, APCR, and heat shells, which is always helpful. Rapid aim, 10% increase to turn and gun rotation speed. Steady aim, which is 10% increase to accuracy. Snapshot, which is 12% increase to accuracy during turn rotation. And run and gun, which is 10% increase to accuracy when moving, which is very helpful. I have Sixth Sense, which honestly, I don't know why I have this one. I always say this. I would switch Sixth Sense out for something else. Sadly, though, because it's on here already on my commander, it's gonna cost me gold to switch Sixth Sense for another perk. So it's not really worth it. So yeah, but then should I tramp another crew? It's a big thought, I know. And then I have armor angering, which is 5% increase to damage received. So you take, well, 5% less damage. And then I have general mechanic, which is 10% increase to repair speed of all damage modules. So this is something that you really want to take. Definitely. Out of all the other perks, I would say definitely take this. It definitely will help you out, especially if you're in a heavy tank and you get your tracks blown off, or maybe when your gun gets damaged or a few tank gets damaged. This definitely will help you out in a long term. But anything else I would take, probably Born Leader, which is 10% increase to skill effectiveness and crew performance, or Quick Leader, which is 10% increase to commander XP earned from battle, which you get, 10% more XP per battle with your commander, which if you're trying to train up a commander, it's pretty helpful. Pretty helpful. But then once you have it and you want to train this, get rid of this perk, it's going to cost you gold to get rid of this perk to get another perk. So is it really helpful? Somewhat yes, but somewhat no. Why I say yes? Because it will help you, get the XP for your commander. But then no, because then if you want to take it off your commander because you're done training it with, XP and getting all the other perks you want, and you switch this one out for something else, it's going to cost you gold to switch it out, which is a bad thing for royal tanks, in my opinion. They should just leave it where we could do this for free, but it is what it is, I guess. So definitely not. It's a good thing, but a bad thing, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So what's next? The armor of this tank, and like I said, it's not the best well armored medium tank. The turret can be penetrated by mostly anything. I mean, depending on some of the light tanks and some of the other tanks, but yeah. We have 8 mirror thickness of armor, which is above the tracks, which is basically your mud flaps and the space armor protection around the turret, plus the roof of the Kaboa. 10 mirror thickness, which is the belly of the tank and the fighting compartment of the hull and the roof of the turret. 15 mirror thickness, which is the tracks, which acts like space armor against heat and HE shells. 20 mirror thickness, which is the upper plate, the gun, and around the gun mantlet, it looks like, or around that little bulge around near the gun mantlet. 30 mirror thickness, which is the sides and rear of the turret, and a little bit of the cupola and the sides of the hull, and the lower plate, and plus the little track links right there. Yeah, that's it. 40 mirror thickness, which is this little side bit right here, which is, I believe, is like tracks, space armor protection. We have 50, which is the front of the turret, around the gun a little bit, where the driver and machine gun port sits in the mid plate of the where the it's the middle of where the lower and the upper plate sits. 60 mirror thickness, which is that little port right there, which I believe is like space armor protection. Then we have 95 mirror thickness, which is the Kaboa. And that's it of the armor. And let's go back over here. Yep, right over here. And let's go ahead and talk about some of the other stats of the vehicle. So the Panzer IV Hydra, or Hydrostat. I'm just going to call it Hydra. Top forward speed is 50.40 miles per hour. Top reverse speed is 21, which is pretty decent. Horsepower is 440. Power to weight ratio is 18.67, and the chance of you getting set on fire is 20% chance. Hit points is 820. Hull rotation speed is 40 seconds. Soft train resistance is 2.10. Medium train resistance is 1. And firm train resistance is 0.90. The disability range while sitting still is 343.09. So not bad, but not the best. Or is it? Do tell. Range detectability range whilst moving is 368.37. View range is 350, and signal range is 620. And I'm sorry if you guys hear some thunder in the background. We are having a storm again, so yeah, yay. Turn rotation speed is 53.24. Accuracy during rotation is 2.37. Max elevation is 20. Max depression is 10. Reload time is 3.48. Rate of fire is 17.23. Accuracy on 100 meters is 0.35. Accuracy during movement is 2.71. Aim time is 1.76. Shells per clip, which is not autoloader, so it means you get only one shot. Max ammunition is 87 rounds. Your AP, APCR, HE, of course. Max damage per minute is 1,895, in which we already talked about the other few stats. So if you want to put it on pause and look at it, go right ahead. And then, of course, we got the premium benefits, which, silver earning rates and tank XP earning rates and premium vehicle XP earning rates, and then also commander XP earning rates and free XP earning rates, which is nothing much really to be known about. Maybe the credit earning rate, yeah, but yeah. But that is it within the garage of the Panzer IV Hydrostat, or as I like to call this vehicle, the Panzer IV Hydro. That's right, it's the Panzer IV Hydro. I gotta say, is this vehicle a keeper? Well, all premium vehicles, I would say yes, keep. It's simply because you just never know when you're going to get another one, like through a season. If you find out there's one coming through a season and you already have the vehicle, keep it. Because if and one does come in a season, you'll earn credits from already having the vehicle. So it would help you in the credit earning rates if you do keep a premium vehicle from any season you play in. I mean, it's your game. You play however you want and keep whatever you want. But premium tanks are definitely something that I would say keep, even if you don't play World War II. Still keep it. You never know when a next season could come out. Sorry for that, guys, from my dog barking. But the next season could come out. Let's say next season. I'm just metaphor speaking because this tank already did come out in last season. But let's say next season, if this tank didn't come out last season, let's say next season, this tank comes back out. You already have the tank. You're going to be getting credits compensation over the vehicle because you already own the vehicle. But let's say you earn it, you already have it, and you get through a loot crate. But you'll be getting gold in compensation of that instead of credits. So it's really worth keeping a premium tank. It doesn't matter if it's Cold War or World War II. I would say keep them, but this one, because of the preferential matchmaking, definitely keep it. If you get tired of being in a tier 5 and getting into those tier 7 games, and you want something that's one tier less than what you normally regularly would be playing at tier 5, this vehicle will go for you. The tier 5 premium tank that has a pretty decent matchmaking. The versus tier you're going to see, like I said, is a tier 6 game, but it is what it is and stuff like that. So, yeah. But enough with the jibber jabber. Let's go see what this thing can do in the battlefield, right? Alright. See you guys in a few minutes. So, guys, we're back on Karelia. That's right, with this Panzer IV Hydra. And are we top tiered or are we bomb tiered? It looks like we are bomb tiered, but like I said in the garage, we get that +1 matchmaking. So honestly, this is the worst matchup we're going to see. There is things that will damage us, will pen us, and will do huge damage towards us at tier 6. I'm mentioning, for example, yes, that guy right there, which is the Toaster, aka Toaster. But there's other tanks like the KV2 that will able to pen us and damage us, even with his HE shells. But then you also have KV85 with its upgraded 122 caliber gun. Yeah, big guns. I believe Russians are the only ones at tier 6 that gets very huge guns. So, I mean, yes, Germany does get here and there, I believe, 88, which if you look at some of their tier 6s, does get 88. But aside from that, that's nothing too dangerous, but it is a little bit, I guess. But the most dangerous is the Russians' 122s and 152s, which the KV2 does definitely get. Americans gets about, I believe, like around a 90 mil gun, so that is something to worry about right there. And with the new Yo tanks being out, yeah, I mean, the new tier 6 American Yo tank does get a 90 mil gun fully upgraded, but stock at 76, so, but I do like this tank. I do feel like it's a good keeping type of tank with its decent rate of fire, and if you set it up right, you're going to have a pretty nice Panzer IV. I mean, if you like the Panzers, again, I'm so sorry if you do hear the thunderstorm in the background. Hopefully I can get this video done before it completely comes and ruins everything. But it looks like we are coming on this flank. It's just me and one other medium tank. And honestly, I thought maybe this game was not going to be such a good game, but I do get spotted by something. And I kind of don't want to push forward because, again, this is a tier 6 game. And, yeah, with a tier 6 game, we're going to be fighting against some powerful tier 6s. I didn't see the roster too good, so, yeah, that's why I was falling back. And, of course, you know, tank destroyers, and, of course, RD party. But it looks like there's no one shooting, no one coming forward. So let's move forward with this VK, they're German, and we see Italian tank destroyer sitting over there. We fire, but completely miss because he's behind all that hill part right there. Looks like we get a good shot onto him, and it looks like my ally gets another good shot onto him. And I can't find another good shot. Wait, maybe? Yes, there we go. We get another nice shot into that Italian tank destroyer, which is a tier 6 Italian tank destroyer, which gets a nice lethal gun, but he's now a one-shot, and I'm still getting spotted because of him, but I don't see no one firing, so we'll just roll over. It doesn't matter if he does hit by accident, we take him out, and it looks like someone is trying to shoot us. RD party is trying to take a snapshot at us. Oh boy, RG party. I hate RG sometimes, the guys. But here comes, oh, I get hit, I actually get hit, a direct hit, but again, archery is trying to hit me, and it looks like we get this guy. That is a Italian tier 5 medium tank. He does hit, takes out our engine, and he gets taken out by one of our teammates. RD is still trying to do their best against me. I spot something else, another tank destroyer. Ooh, that's a Hellcat 105, or as I like to call it, Heat Cat. Hate those things. They fire heat. Now, I don't know if everyone fires heat with those things, but yeah, it looks like we get hit by artillery. Not a great time. No, not getting hit by artillery. Now we're, I guess you could say some of a one-shot, especially for that Heat Cat, and I'm more worried about him because he does get a derp gun. So, yeah. Can we actually win this fight? I'm not sure. Not for sure. We could. We might. Able to. Sorry for that, guys, if you hear my dogs in the background as well. But looks like we are coming up here looking for artillery. I don't want to get slapped on my side. But then as well, I'm trying to look for, you know, that Heat Cat. Oh, there he is. He sees me, and I see him, but it's too late. I already have my gun pointed at him, and here's only 2 artillery left and a tank destroyer. Looks like we spot someone. Who did we spot? Ooh, we spot artillery, and he's firing at us. And that is I believe, American artillery. So, yeah. Wait, no, that's not American. That's actually a Frenchie. That's the love of fur. I thought it was American. I thought it said M41. But we kept him spotted, and teammates does take him out. So that's really, really good in a long-term run. Now, can we hear this guy? He's dead. But there's one more tank destroyer left. And where is this guy at? Yeah, that could have cost me. That could have cost my tank. That could have really cost my tank a huge bit. But it didn't. So let's keep on moving forward. And not seeing this guy anywhere. Wonder where could he be? My teammates was already, well, one teammate was already over this way. But not seeing, oh wait. He's dead. Never mind. Easy 8 took him out. But that's it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think about this Panzer IV. Do you like this one? Do you hate this one? Or are you in between this one? Do you kept it from last season? Or do you sold it from last season? Let me know down below in the comments. But that's gonna be for this video there, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you guys did, please leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel if you guys want to. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.